What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Gabby, your new makeup bestie, and today we are going to review the Cheek Thrills blush palettes from Morphe. I'm sure you've heard of these palettes. They've been everywhere, and these were also very hard to get my hands on, like my previous video with the e.l.f. bombs. These were so hard, but we got all the shades, baby. We got all the shades, and they were not easy to find. But we're gonna go through every single one of these. So if you want to take a look and take a peek at each one of these shades, then keep on watching. So the first one we're going to swatch, it's Babe Bonfire. This is the first one. I should have like taken them out of the box. You know what? Let me take them all out of the box, because I don't know, you guys, am I the only one who struggles opening these? Because they got these secured. Okay, so got one open. Now let me open like 7 more. I swear I don't rip the boxes either, because okay, we got through all those boxes. So this is what the packaging looks like. The packaging is very, very pretty, and each one has like an M in the front for Morphe. So really, really pretty. Very, very cute. I likes. And then in each one, if I open her up here, it's really nice because it has a mirror, and it's a pretty decent sized mirror. Some of them don't come with the mirror at all, or some mirrors are just so small, but this is a good size mirror. Now these retail for $19, I believe, which is also a pretty decent price. It comes with 3 different shades. So it comes with 2 creams, which is in here, and then this guy at the very end is a powder. But what's also really nice about this packaging is that it has this little clear flip right here to protect your creams. So I really like that there. Overall, the packaging feels like luxury for an affordable price. And so since I have this one, I'm gonna go ahead in and start swatching this guy. Oh my god, I wore a sweater. Maybe I should wear a shorter sleeve. So BRB. Okay guys, this shirt is so wrinkled. Judge me, don't judge me. It's happening. It is what it is. So now I can swatch. Guys, I'm an amateur swatcher. Just throwing it out there. But with time, I promise I will get better. So I'm gonna go in with this first one. This one is Après Ski. I could be mispronouncing it, I don't know, but it's this really pretty pink shade. I'm a little nervous how this will look on my skin because I am a little darker olive skin tone, more on the peachy side, but let's give this a little swatch. So right away you can see here, it is pretty pigmented. And now let's see what this looks like on the hand. So it's not as bright as I thought it was gonna be. Maybe if I just go in a little bit more and just swatch this guy. Oops, I'm using my middle finger and don't mean to flick y'all off. But that is what that looks like. It is a pretty shade. Then I'm gonna go in to the balm, and I'm gonna swipe that right underneath there. Guys, I'm telling you, not the best swatcher, but I will do better. So that is what that balm looks like, and it's actually a really pretty shimmery shade. I really like the shimmer in that one. And then the final cream, I'm gonna go in with that guy. And now let's see what that looks like. So these are the final 3 shades here. They are pretty pigmented, but now that I have it swatched on my hand, I don't feel as intimidated as I did before because they're not as bold as I thought they were going to be. So I think I can even pull off this like pinky shade. But yeah, these look pretty good. I had to go get a cleanser because clearly I was not prepared. To remove it, I'm going to use the Anua Control Cleansing Oil, and I'm just going to pump a little bit on my hands and then just rub it on here. If you guys haven't tried this cleansing oil, it is so good and you need to try it. Look at that. So good. So good. The next color I'm going to pick up is this Sunset Swim. This gives off more of a bronzy type vibe here. If I can get this open. I have no nails. There you go. So this is what it looks like there. And so we have the 2 creams and then we have the powder on this side. And I'm going to do my best, you guys, I swear, to give you guys like a better swatch of these colors, but that is what that looks like. It is very sheer, but definitely can build on it. So I'm going in a second time there. That is what that shade looks like. So that was the cream. Now we're gonna go with the cream shimmer. And I'm gonna swatch that right underneath where I had that. Ooh, this one's a little more pigmented than the first one, I feel. And I'm just gonna go in with the powder now, and I'll show you guys a little close-up of each one. Look at that. What do y'all think about my swatch now? So we have the 2 creams. This one's the shimmer shade. And then this one is the cream. So they are pretty pigmented. I can see myself using this again for complexion as a bronzer, something to warm up my face. Next shade we're gonna go in with is After Party. Right off the bat, it also gives off like a bronzy brown shade. Here is the packaging. I haven't been doing close-ups, you guys. I'm getting oil all over these palettes, but it's totally fine. So this is what that guy looks like. This one is actually giving more of a rosy pink tone there, and this shimmer actually looks really pretty. So let's swatch it on the hands. And I'm actually gonna try one of these afterwards to see what it looks like on the skin and on the face. So this is the first swatch here. Then I'm gonna go in with this cream and the powder. Ooh, the powder is pigmented. So this is what this looks like. The 2 creams and the powder. It looks pretty nice. I kind of like these shades. I can see myself wearing these. The next shade I'm going to try is this really pretty like reddish pink tone, which is called Cabana Club. This is what it looks like. So it's definitely a little bit more bold, brighter shades, really pretty. So let's see what that looks like on the skin. If you're hearing crazy noises in the background, it is just my bunny in my beauty room, trying to make himself known. He likes to just hop around like my couch and like I have a couple of like storage boxes there on the side, and he's just jumping all over them. So that is the cream. This second shade isn't very, compared to the other ones, this one doesn't have a whole lot of shimmer in it. But overall, still very beautiful shade. This is what that looks like. It's giving a little bit more of like a pinky kind of reddish shade, but I'm sure that as you blend it out and add it into the skin, it will look completely different. Kind of really like that red for summer. kind of give that like flushed red look, like kind of like I've been sitting out in the sun all day and I've got like redness in my cheek vibe. I can see that. The next shade I'm going to review is the Beach Bonfire. This one looks lighter than the other shades. Ooh, but then when I open it up and I look inside, it does look completely different. It is a little darker. So, oh. So it looks super pretty. Let's swatch these guys and see what this looks like. Ooh, yes. Very peach. This one looks like it has more shimmer into it, and it does. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Here are the swatches for that guy. This guy in here, I don't think the camera does it justice. The shimmer on that one is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful shimmers. The next shade is Blind Date. This one is a little bit more pink. Kind of my vibe. I think I would go for these colors, and I definitely would. I usually steer towards these colors, but I like the different shade ranges of this, and I can't wait to try these in different looks. We're just gonna dive right in. I think it's definitely different, like swatching it in your hand versus trying it on your face, but I'm clearly not trying on all these blushes today. I'll definitely add them into some looks in future videos, but I just really wanted you guys to see like the color payoff for a lot of these, which is super pigmented so far. Really pretty shades, and I really like the shimmer in the middle ones. I really don't know if the camera is doing it justice, honestly. But in person, it just looks so pretty. The final one, this was in the shade Wine and Dine. This one actually was a little hard to find. I don't usually find a lot of shades that are this dark, but I'm excited to try this. Like, I would definitely use this on my face. I think I just need to go in super light with this guy, but these two shades are really pretty as well. I just gotta be subtle, and it can't be dipping my brush too heavy. But see already, like sometimes it looks a little darker in the pan than it actually does on your skin. So don't be intimidated by the shades, because it does not, ooh, this one's bright. Like, don't be intimidated by how bold it is. And I picked up the boldest shade, and like it's super pigmented. But just a light hand, I think, with some of these shades that are darker, and it won't go on super dark. So that is the last one there. I think out of all of them, I'm going to try Cabana Club. So I'm gonna try that one right now. I do have a little bit of makeup from the day today. I had a little bit of blush earlier, but it was very light. So this is like this is a full day's worth. Like, I put this on in the morning, and it still looks pretty good, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Cream and Liquid Blush, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of this cream, tap a little bit on the back of my hand, and then just start tapping it in to the apples of my cheeks. And I just tapped it on the back of my hand a little bit because I don't want to go in too heavy. I kind of want to build on the color. But already, I don't know if you guys can tell, this looks really pretty. And again, this is just a tiny little, like, boop, like a little dab on the back of my hand, and then go right back in. And I use a tapping motion when I apply cream blushes, and I like to put it over my temple as well. So I work that in. So I don't know if you can see, this one is with the blush, and I don't have it here. Kind of want to go with a little bit more. You can always build it to your liking. I have blush blindness, so I just love to add all the blush. Now I feel a little more comfortable. I don't have to dab it that second time. Or that one time. I've had bad experiences where I just don't dab it in the back of my hand and I go in and it's like super cold. You can also go in with that second shade to give it a little bit of shimmer. So I'm just gonna add some of that just to give it some shine. Or even too, you can go in with the powder and then add this guy on top just for a little bit of highlight right under there. But it's fine, we totally went in with that already. So I'm gonna go with the Morphe M201 and I'm gonna pick up some of that powder, tap it in the back of my hand and just set that cream that we just added. There's also too, you can add the powder first and then add the cream on top. Like honestly guys, makeup is meant to be fun, so there's no right or wrong way to apply this. It's pretty much whatever look you're trying to achieve. But this looks pretty already. As you can see, I'm telling you, it gives you like a really nice blushed look. I like to add this onto the tip of my nose and the bridge a little bit, but already it kind of gives that illusion of like, I think I put too much on my nose there, but it's totally fine. Kind of gives that illusion of like, I've been out in the sun all day, guys, and I feel a little sunburnt, a little sun-kissed. And then I can always go back in with this guy here, or I can even go with another shade, but I'm gonna keep it with this color scheme here. And you can just dab a little bit of that right above the powder. But that is Cabana Club. It looks good. I kind of really like how this looks. And then you can always take a large brush and I just like to like sweep this across my face just to blend everything in here. But this is it. It's looking really pretty. I like it. I can't wait to try all the other shades with other looks. And I'll add these into like my makeup routine for sure. For sure. These are all the shades, honestly, for the packaging, the 3 colors in here, the mirror, all of this, and just the way that it felt on the skin, the way it blended in so nicely for $19. I definitely think that it's worth it. So if you have not gotten your hands on this, you need to go out there and try it out for yourself. And it paired so well with the 2 Morphe brushes. So I had the M204, which is specific for cream and liquid blush. And then I had the M201, which is specific for powders. So these 2 Morphe brushes paired so well with these. And it really applied so nicely, so well. And I just had fun trying all of these. I love makeup, so getting to swatch these and trying these out was so much fun. That is it for today's video, you guys. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.